Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and I am bringing a message for March 2022 for my Scorpios. This is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cross Watchers for March 2022. And I'm going to do these zodiac readings just a little bit differently. I am going to do 4 mini readings, 1 reading for each week. They're little short readings, and so far they have had a very fluid storyline in the zodiac readings. So just want to highlight that so you know what's going on. I will be using the Wisdom from the Hidden Realms deck. I will also use the Rumi Oracle, and these I will alternate in between weeks. Then for each of the weeks, I will use a different tarot deck. I will be choosing from the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. I will also use the Shadowscapes Tarot. I will use the Gilded Tarot from Ciro Marchetti, as well as the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And then at the end of the reading, before I close everything out, I'm going to pull some sacred self-care oracles and some empowerment cards to help us understand how we can support our mind, body, spirit during this month of March 2022. And so we're going to get started for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus week. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cross Watchers week 1 in March 2022. Week 1, please. What's going on for Scorpios? Well, that one flew out. The High Lady of Love and Compassion, Reverence, Kindness, and Consideration. This is absolutely the number 1 card. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. Let's see, you see that? So I have not drawn this card very many times before, so I am going to pull from the book and just read briefly what it says. I only read what stands out. When the High Lady of Love and Compassion chooses to be your ally, she brings you a deep and meaningful message. She reminds you that only love is real. It is the sole, unconditional, and true power behind all means of manifesting out of the unseen into the material. Love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious action of compassion. Generosity of the heart, reverence, respect, and empathy for all living things bring you profound power to live a life of happiness and contentment. Love, compassion, and kindness to all must be the impulse behind your thoughts, feelings, and actions when your intention is to create a prosperous and abundant life. Unconditional love will be returned tenfold. Okay, so we're in that high vibration of unconditional love, and let's find out for week 1. And I mean, it's week 1, card number 1. Reverence, kindness, consideration, compassion, love makes the world go round. So let's see. Well, we definitely have the Queen of Pentacles. There you are. As well, that's an earth sign, but that's that loving, nurturing, compassionate queen. And then we have the 4 of Swords. That's kind of, they asked to put it on the side. Okay. So there is this really grounded time in the beginning of March where you just need to be grounded and self-nurturing, and in that energy of understanding and compassion during this particular time because of what's going on in the world. Here we have the 6 of Swords. Yeah, that's kind of moving on into peace card, and things aren't exactly peaceful right now. So they're asking you to have a little additional compassion for others. Take some time to restore yourself because it can get turbulent right now. Just keep in the vibration of love. There is the 7 of Cups card. Let's see if I can move this in a bit. So we have the 7 of Cups card, and this is about kind of making choices for what is in your best and highest good. So you may need to meditate, you know, take some quiet time to be, ooh, there's the Nine of Swords. That kind of came out here too. And I'm going to leave it on this side because it seemed intentional. This is, you're overanalyzing in the Seven of Cups. You're really overanalyzing your choices. There's the Three of Cups, which is union energy for me, for Divine Counterparts. So that's in the challenged position. So maybe some of the controversy going on right now on the world stage is causing some friction, and you're having a difficult time really kind of connecting to this person. Could be a divine counterpart, could be a karmic, but it's somebody you're connected with, and it's very difficult to see. There's the Seven of Swords. That's malicious intent. Wow, this is went from, we got a lot of Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords. Challenged, union energies are challenged by these. I might have to do some clarifying. It feels like two people. And one is responding kind of negatively to the current situation. There's the Ten of Swords. Holy cow. I will have to clarify what's going on in this first week. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. It's like the tension right now is really strong between you and someone else. And you're being asked to have compassion. I'll be honest, my okay, so let's clarify. This is an interesting reading. Let's clarify what this Six of Swords in reverse. Why is that in reverse? Definitely not a peaceful energy. Nope, Seven of Wands. Yeah. Or the Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands. We're missing the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. This is some really, it's just very, I want to hear destabilizing energy, but it also feels as though this is just an energy, and I'm seeing this Two of Cups peek out from underneath this deck where this Ace of Swords was. Two of Cups, Two of Cups. There we go. I mean, and the Five of Wands. I mean, we've got the Wands card, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands. This is in the challenge position. There's a lot of conflict. It feels like, and this has been consistent in all the readings, it feels like there's been some, I'm hearing a dichotomy of choices in this relationship, and it's just gotten to the point where there's so much tension, there's so much stress, there's so much conflict, there's so much arguing, there's so much that it's almost like, do we need, maybe this is kind of the end point. There's the Page of Wands. Maybe this is just not in the cards for us anymore. Maybe we need to think about something a little bit more harmonious. Yeah, Ace of Cups. See how that came out? Okay, so that's the first week. It's a bit of a bumpy start to March for my Scorpio zodiac reading. It just feels like there's an established relationship that you're supposed to have compassion for this person's point of view, and maybe what's going on in the world is causing a difference of opinion. Maybe they're on opposite ends of the political spectrum, but it's creating a division, and that's unfortunate. And I think maybe it might be illuminating. I didn't see the Sun card, but it might be illuminating that there's a larger issue in this relationship, and that you're being asked to have compassion for this person and other people as they are seeing things from a different possible political point of view or religious point of view. And this is all coming to a head right now because of some of the world situation. So this is going to be the second week. Let's move on to that and see if we get any more in this storyline. The impossible made possible. The resplendent with grace. This has come out quite a bit. And the victory of Mariam. So we have a 41, a 24, and a 9 card. And they need to go this way is what they're saying. That's the way the storyline will read. So I'm just going to pull just a couple of snippets out of the Rumi deck for these cards. The impossible made possible. Love brings the sea into boiling and turns the mountain into pebble. Love creates infinite openings in the dark sky and shudders the earth with its magnitude. So for the 9 card, the divine has recourse to all that is and all that is yet to be. So why not has every possible dream now been rendered possible, indeed manifest in shining glory upon the earth? The human heart knows everything in vision can manifest according to divine timing and grace. Yet the mind does quake with fear, so much so that it will not listen to the heart at times. The fear is a childlike nightmare. Okay, so this is the fear kind of getting in the way of what the heart knows to be true, and possibly why we're manifesting some of the issues. We're seeing some of the issues manifested in our world right now. Resplendent with grace. Greetings from my heart to you who are always with me, hidden inside as the heart. You are the compass of my life. My course is your way, no matter where I go. You exist everywhere and in everything, always watching over us. My soul brightens in the darkness when I speak your name. Far beyond the body, there is an opening from my heart into yours. Through that opening, I send you secret messages like the moonlight. I polish the mirror of my heart to be your reflection. I make my ear the receiver for the tenderness of your words. You are in the ear, you are in the mind. You are in every burning heart. What am I saying? You are I. This is my way to describe you. You may be wondering if you can attain the next stage of growth in your life. You are already well equipped to do so, no matter what you might believe in the situation, circumstances, or others involved, even yourself. You have within your soul possession more than enough grace to see you through everything you are bold enough to envision for yourself, or for any vision you feel life has bestowed upon you. So it feels like this, being in your heart center and following the guidance in your heart, having compassion for others who are going through significant challenges right now. Let's check the 41. But this is all about being in that loving, compassionate energy, even though there's a lot of fear-based reactions to what's going on in the world, and people are kind of going off the fear deep end. 41. If you are longing to caress the moon, don't turn away from it. If you are not ill, why do you crawl under a blanket to hide? You are in a quarry of sweets. Why do you look so sour? You live in the spring of life. Why are you withered inside? Don't fight against yourself. Don't flee from what could be your glory. Be like a fearless moth. Dive into the flame. Why be linked to your obsessions? Burn out in the flames until your heart and soul are enlightened. Get out of the old carcass and form yourself a new body. Why are you afraid of a fix when you descend from lions? Why be a lame ass when you have enough strength of stallions? The beloved you seek will arrive to open the door to your fortune, for love is the key that opens all your locks. This oracle brings a message of affirmation and success. Your victory is already assured. You are being led into it now, no matter if you believe it not possible. And if you are placing more faith in the appearance of distraction or obstacle than its utter success. No matter if you have forgotten for a moment that the divine lives in you, as you, and that apparent failure is only a part of the process, the plan through which learning happens, serving the ultimate holy victory. Yes, your victory is inevitable. Okay, so this just feels like to me that all that's going on right now, instead of going into that fear base and being reactionary, whether it be the global perspective or in your own personal life because you're having this drama with this person, you may want to just stop for a minute and get into your energy of self-love first. Self-love first. And then compassion for others who may not be as connected as you are and who are really floundering in the misunderstanding of what is going on. And that you're going to focus on manifesting positive things despite the fact that you're in turbulence and turmoil in the external. Here is the Nine of Pentacles. That fell on the floor. The Knight of Cups. There's bringing you that 10th cup. Somebody is going to bring you that 10th cup. And we just heard that in one of the readings. There's the Judgment. Yep, being called to be in your higher vibration, to be in that love, that compassion. This came out in the challenge. That's the Ace of Cups. So here's the Nine of Cups. Somebody's going to bring you this Ace of Cups, but it's challenged right now because of some of this fear-based reaction to what's going on in your situation or in the global situation. Seven of Swords. There's that malicious intent. There was, so much that fear is malignant. There's the Five of Cups. Yep. Regret focusing on everything and not working on your spiritual. Yeah, there's the Page of Pentacles. Because you're not seeing it manifest in the 3D. You're not seeing evidence of it. So you're just kind of giving up. Ooh, there's the Death card. There's that scorpionic energy of transformation. Okay, so this in itself is a... what I'm hearing is a burning away of the connection to fear. There, the Hangman. Seeing it from a different perspective, seeing it from the lesson learned here, whether it be the situation with the significant person in your life, or if it's the maybe the tension of the global perspective. Seeing it from a divine perspective is going to help you transform out of the fear-based thinking. And then you start to manifest truly what it is that your heart desires. You're being distracted by this, and it's intentional. You're being distracted by the world or the fear-based thinking that's really trying to come in and captivate you and throw you down into this lower vibration because you're controllable then. And so now it's a matter of choice. That was that Two of Pentacles, that you have to decide what it is that you're going to react and what you're going to respond to, and how are you going to do it. If you're going to be in fear-based thinking, it's going to plunge you lower and lower into the lower dimensions of vibration. So, keep your faith, keep it steady. This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms 4. week 3 for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cross Watchers. The Spirit Whisperer, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing. This is the 3 card. We've got this in another zodiac reading. This is the catalyst for change. And so it feels like all of this tension and turmoil, both in your personal life and in the global perspective, is manifesting this change within you. And that change is transformative, because once you learn this lesson and you keep it close to your heart, you won't ever lapse back into that lower vibration, fear-based thinking. And this is something that I think is the struggle between you and this other person. There's the Queen of Swords. They're in reactionary thinking and fear-based thinking. I had a flipper. 10 of Pentacles. So maybe there's a deeper analysis here that needs to occur in this relationship, and maybe the compassion for somebody not having a spiritual understanding and being able to manipulate their vibration to keep themselves from lapsing into fear-based thinking. Maybe there's compassion needed there. But this is, you have the divine guidance and the higher knowing because you've done your spiritual work. You're not interested in going into anything of lower vibration. You're not interested in a cup that is given to you that is not of divine relevance. Yeah, see, divine relevance. There it is, right there. Okay, so here's an interesting perspective for you. See how this cup is being offered? And there are 3 cups here, but they're all empty. Nobody's interested in an empty cup unless you collect cups. Here's the 6 of Cups. Each one of those cups is full of something splendid, a beautiful flower. And it's being offered. And this is my soul connection card. So this is a soulmate. So you're not interested in anything that's not being presented. Yeah, there's a Page of Cups, again, being offered as a cup with something of a 3D offer. You're not interested in anything that's not relevant to your soul. And there's the challenge, the Tower. Because in order to make this change, you're going to have to, something may be dismantled. There's the Knight of Wands. Maybe somebody takes some action. Oh, the Emperor. It's divine masculine energy. Knight of Cups. So we have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. But he's bringing an empty cup. You said you're no longer interested in the empty cup. You only want soul relevant cups. That's why he's in the challenge position. So for week 3, ooh, another 3 of Wands. You are going to hold out for what you truly desire. And it may not be, this relationship anymore, but you're being asked to have compassion, to understand that this person is really struggling with their 3D matrix. Yeah, see. Maybe see it from their perspective and have compassion, but that may not be right for you any longer. This may be the dividing point that says this tension, this frustration has become exacerbated so much that this is no longer good, positive energy. But again, don't immediately just cut something out. Give it some time and make sure that you're analyzing it, and then see how you feel. Just be aware that there is going to be some of that really tension energy between you and your personal relationships. And it could be a significant other, but it also could be, you know, just the world at large and how you're interacting with the energy of the dynamic of what's going on right now, because it is kind of crazy. All right, last week of March 2022 for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cross Watchers. We'll end with the Rumi Oracle. Let's see what's going on the last week of March. The Courage of Your Love. That has come out in another reading. Would have to go back and look. But definitely two people being kind of transported along the ascension path into a new level, a new kind of ascension level, a deeper understanding, a deeper commitment. Now, this could be you with this other partner, or it could be another person coming in, because the oracle cards that we had before. But this is going to take courage. So the last time this card came out, the Strength popped out, the Strength card. So let's see what happens this last week. Intuition. Okay, so remember we had that card of the knowing. Follow your intuition, follow your guidance. Ooh, third eye chakra. May need to do some clearing there, but you definitely I'm getting a message about this intuition card. What I'm hearing is feel the grandness. Connect with your intuition and your knowing before you walk through the door. So we have partnerships and alliances and emotional loss. Both came out in the challenge position, and this is interesting. This is a 6 and a 2, which is an 8. This is a 5 and a 3, which is an 8. This is an 8 and a 3, which is an 11, which is a twin flame number for me. So it feels as though that's the direction your decision is going in, or that you're being guided to go in. Now remember to use your own discernment, because you don't ever make life decisions based upon tarot readings. You always use the information of what might be happening in your energy, and then make your decision based upon your own intuition, discernment, and knowing. Here we have the heart chakra. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Make decisions based upon what resonates with your heart. 5, financial and material changes. So we have 2 5s. So it feels like that's one of the things that might be a result of this. It feels like a dissolution, if that's the case, because you're being honest with your heart. You're being honest from your heart center. There may be some, and you'll see that there's a wedding ring there. It may be that there is a change in your financial and material status. And that's a little fearful, but the other person may be fearing it more because you're in your connected state where you feel as though, you know, that you're going to be divinely protected and provided for. 21, universe. This is the world card, but in this deck, this person is very connected with the divine. You are in that knowing, you're using your intuition, you're very connected in this reading, and that's why this fear-based thinking in this relationship doesn't resonate with you anymore. It's pulling your energy. Victory and success, 6 card. Material harvest, that's the 9 of Pentacles. Recognition and reward. And patience, which is the Temperance card. Let's see if you can see all those. Okay. So bookends on major arcanas. So this is kind of going to be influenced with some really powerful energy. But here you have victory and success, recognition and reward, and material harvest. These are great outcomes for you. And remember, I just said, you know you would be divinely provided for. There is the confirmation of that right now. So you have less fear about exiting this relationship out of love and compassion, knowing that it's no longer right for you, but having to validate the fears this other person is struggling with. I hope this reading is making sense. It is to me, but it really feels like you have good things coming in, but the fear-based thinking is just not something that you are compatible with anymore, and you don't see that it's going to change. And you're struggling a little bit with the decision. Positive movement forward and stand your ground. Well, that's you. And then conflict and defeat, another 5 card. So we have 5, 5, 5. And they're all kind of negative connotations that this is the change that is imminent, because it's not going to change. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so now at this point, I am going to take some Sacred Self-Care Oracle cards to help give you suggestions on how best to support your mind, body, and spirit during this obviously turbulent and emotional time. But it's not as emotional for you because there were not a lot of cup cards that were, you know, it's not like you have you're over, you know, out of control on your feelings. It feels like you're very logical about this. It's like you've elevated beyond the fear, and the fear now is so blatant. And you're experiencing it via this other person, and you're just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So what does my Scorpio need to know for the month of March 2022? Make an altar. Do some spiritual work. Things that are high vibration and spiritually significant to you. Spend some time in deep contemplation, centering, grounding. Go with the flow, flow like water. This is more, let your emotions flow. That's kind of that Cups energy. Let your emotions flow because they run deep. This card has come up in almost every reading. This is your intuition. We've already seen that play out. You in the third eye, and you are being very guided and very powerfully guided. Look for fairies. Ground yourself. I was just saying you need to ground, do some grounding. And then connect with your womb. This is your divine, feminine, creative energy. But every time I see this card, to me, it always resonates to say that if you are in a female body or transitioning to a female body, you may want to go ahead and connect with your physician and make sure that your health is okay. Okay, let's take some empowerment cards. Pull these up so you can see the other ones easier. Bad vibes don't go with my outfit. There you go. Haven't seen that card in a while, but that certainly fits this reading. Throw me to the wolves and I'll come back leading the pack. I see that card frequently. And I just heard being thrown under the bus. Somebody may be wanting to throw you under the bus. That's that malicious intent because of their fear-based thinking. This has come out in almost every reading. What is coming is better than what has gone. Empowered women empower women. Do more of what makes you happy. Look at how all three of those are the same. Life is tough, but so am I. Don't adapt to the energy in the room. Influence the energy in the room. So don't adapt to that fear-based thinking. Everything is within your power, and your power is within you. Makes perfect sense. Nice way to tie up this reading all together. So, Scorpio, I wish you the best for March 2022. Sounds like it's going to be a transitional month for you. Namaste.